Hello students, today we'll start with a new chapter. Under reconstitution of partnership, we have already learned what changes take place when a new partner is admitted. Now we'll learn about retirement of a partner. If one of the existing partner decides to leave the business, now this may be due to old age or voluntary retirement or no interest in the business, or this partner wants to start his own business, or due to misunderstandings and conflicts among the partner, or it may be as per the terms of partnership deed. The certain changes take place, but the partnership business will continue with the remaining partners. Here, on retirement, the amount payable to the retiring partner has to be calculated. His capital balance, his share in profit, his share in accumulated profits, goodwill, all this has to be calculated and paid to him. Then we also have to see the new profit sharing ratio, gain ratio. Let's see how all this is done. New ratio is a ratio in which the continuing partners will be sharing the future profits and losses, and the ratio in which the continuing partners acquire the retiring partner's share is called as gain ratio. Suppose ABC are partners in ABC and Company, sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2:1. So 3:2:1 is their old ratio. Now, if there's a profit of rupees 6,000, A will be getting rupees 3,000, B will be getting rupees 2,000, and C 1,000. Now, if B retires from the business and A and C decides to continue with the business, then the new profit sharing ratio of A and C will be 3:1. And if there's a profit of rupees 6,000, A will be getting a share of 4,500 now, and C rupees 1,500. So you see here, A has gained an extra share of rupees 1,500 and C has gained an extra share of rupees 500. Now this gain is in the ratio of 3:1. So 3:1 is the gain ratio. Let's see this with the help of an example. Praveen, Deepak and Rahul are partners sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 5:2:3. Rahul retires and the new ratio of Praveen and Deepak is 3:1. Now here the new ratio is also given. Let's see how to calculate the gain ratio. The old ratio is 5:2:3. New ratio of Praveen and Deepak is 3:1. The gain ratio will be calculated as new ratio minus old ratio. So for Praveen, new ratio 3/4 minus old ratio 5/10 will give you 10/40. And for Deepak, new ratio 1/4 minus old ratio 2/10 will give 2/40. So this is 10:2. And when we reduce this to the lowest term, we get the gain ratio as 5:1. Now we see how goodwill is treated at the time of retirement. The first case, when goodwill of the entire firm is raised and retained in the business. Here, the entire goodwill is raised. So here the goodwill account will be debited and all partners' capital account will be credited in the old ratio. Here the amount of goodwill will appear in the new balance sheet. And if the goodwill of the entire firm is raised and written off, then we pass two entries. First, for raising the goodwill, and second, to write off this goodwill. Goodwill account debit to all partners' capital account in old ratio, that is to raise the goodwill. And when the goodwill is written off, we pass an entry as continuing partners capital account debit to goodwill account. Now in this case, the amount of goodwill will not be shown in the new balance sheet, as goodwill account debit and goodwill account credit will be set off. In the second case, when goodwill is raised but to the extent of retiring partner's share. Here, the entire goodwill of the firm is not raised. Only goodwill is raised to the extent of retiring partner's share. So here we'll be debiting goodwill account, but we'll be crediting only the retiring partner's capital account, as it is only the retiring partner's share of goodwill raised. Here the amount of goodwill will appear in the new balance sheet. And when goodwill is raised to the extent of retiring partner's share and written off, so we pass the entry for goodwill raised and then entry for goodwill written off. The entry for goodwill written off is same as in the previous case, continuing partners capital account debit to goodwill. But here the continuing partners capital account will be debited in gain ratio. Case 3. When goodwill already appears in the old balance sheet and we have to revalue goodwill. So first we find out the difference in the goodwill amount, and this difference is shown either in profit and loss adjustment account, that is a revaluation account, or partners capital account or current account in old ratio. Now when the partner retires on any other day during the accounting year, then it is necessary to compute profit up to the date of retirement, as this retiring partner is entitled to his share in profit up to the date of his retirement. Since the year is not over, the actual profit is not known. Hence, we have to calculate the profit either on the basis of last year's profit or average profit of previous year. Then calculate the proportionate profit for the part of the year, and then calculate the partner's share in that proportionate profit. The entry for this will be, then we see adjustment of capital. If the continuing partners decide to rearrange their capital in new profit sharing ratio, first the total capital of the firm will be divided among the continuing partners in their new profit sharing ratio. This new capital will be shown as closing capital balance of the partners. This new capital balance will be compared with the actual balance appearing in the partner's capital account, and then we will arrive at surplus capital or deficit capital. Now if there's any surplus capital, then that continuing partner may withdraw it in cash or bank or transfer it to its current account or loan account. And if there is deficit capital, then the continuing partner may have to bring in that cash or it will be transferred to his current account or loan account. The journal entry for surplus capital, if any, continuing partner's capital account debit to the respective account. That is, if it is paid in cash or bank, then it will be to cash or bank account. And if it is transferred to current account, loan account, it will be to current account or loan account. For deficit capital, we have to debit the respective account. If cash is bought in by the continuing partner, debit cash or bank account. If it is transferred to current account or loan account, debit the respective account, and continuing partner's capital account will be credited. Now let's see the steps for solving the sum. All the steps are more or less same as we have studied in admission chapter. So the first step, to transfer the capital balances and the balances of assets and liabilities respectively. Then we transfer the accumulated profit or losses, if any, to the partner's capital account or current account. Pass effects for all the adjustments. Revaluation of assets and liabilities, same as we have done in admission. Pass entries for goodwill, share in profit or adjustment of capital, if any. Then we close the revaluation account. Whatever profit or loss on revaluation will be distributed among all the partners in their old profit sharing ratio. The close of partners capital account. Now when we close the retiring partners capital account, there will be a balance in the account, this retiring partner is no longer a partner in the business. Whatever capital balance in his account is the amount payable to him. Now this amount will be paid to the retiring partner either in cash or by bank, or if the partner wishes to keep this amount in the business as a loan, then we have to pass entries to that effect. So if the entire amount payable to the retiring partner is paid in cash or bank, the entry will be retiring partner's capital account debit to cash or bank. If the entire amount payable is transferred to the loan account, that is, the retiring partner wishes to keep this amount in the business as his loan, then retiring partner's capital account debit to retiring partner's loan account. And if part amount is paid in cash and balance transferred to the loan account, then the entry will be retiring partner's capital account debit to cash or bank to retiring partner's loan account. So students, here you have seen that most of the entries are more or less same as you have done in admission of a partner. Only entries relating to goodwill, ascertainment of share in profit, if any, adjustment of capital and amount payable to the retiring partners are different. I'm sure you have understood this. Thank you.